Hello and welcome to the James Granström podcast Super Soul Model series. And this week on the show, I'm talking about how to increase your energy. Thanks for tuning in. Welcome back to the show. Welcome back to this podcast. Everything on this show is designed to help uplift you and inspire you so you can tune into these feel-good, subtle frequencies so you can get to live life on your own terms. Life is meant to feel good, and I share with you practical tips and ways in which you can do that. How to increase your energy. How do we start? Well, let's get to the first thing. What is energy? Energy is everywhere. Our body is full of energy. Life around us is full of energy. Everything is energy. Everything you can see, feel, and touch is all energy, and it's always moving in waves. How do we tune in to energy and how do we increase our own energy is done in a few simple ways, which I'm going to cover on this show today. In order to increase our energy, that means what we need to do is reduce the level of resistance in our life. Resistance is caused by a few things: what we're putting in our body, and what we're putting in our mind. And how we think and feel and perceive things is either creating flow or resistance. And what I'm going to cover today is things like headaches. I'm going to talk about aches and pains. I'm going to talk about all sorts of things that put resistance on your path, and we're going to see if we can just little by little go through a few of these ideas that you can take on board and try and implement in your life so you can increase your energy, reduce fatigue, reduce stress, reduce angst, reduce anxiety, all those things that feel like resistance on your trail, and start turning the path, turning that ship around so you get to feel much more flow, which increases your levels of energy. So if you have any aches and pains in your life, what does that mean? That means that the way you're thinking and feeling are producing chemical reactions inside your body, which turn into aches and pains. Our mind is the driver, as I've talked about before, and our body is the vehicle. And when the vehicle is experiencing aches and pains, that means that our mind, our driver, is kind of hitting speed bumps a bit too fast. It's kind of addressing hitting curbs and things like that along the road, if you're going to use the car analogy. But when we get our driver in line, when we get our driver driving really smoothly in our life, we have much more less aches and pains in our day-to-day life. Now, aches and pains are resistance building up in the body, which first start from the mind. And in order to release that, we need to start giving the mind more soothing things so that the body or the vehicle will follow. It does take a bit of time, and I love the analogy of the mind being the driver and your body being the vehicle. Because when you really understand this analogy, you will understand how you can implement it in your life and just see there's a clear correlation going on. The simple way to reduce aches and pains is, first and foremost, if you're going to come from a body perspective, is to have a hot shower and a nice bath full of magnesium salts. Why? This is a really simple way. The aches and pains all are inflammation that are happening in the body. Inflammation are thoughts that have been inflamed, and then that goes into the body, and then the inflammation comes up in the body. So in order to reduce inflammation, we need to start increasing flow, and we need to start reducing stress and reducing resistance. So in turn, once you reduce resistance, you increase energy. So let's have a look at that. When you have a nice hot shower and a nice bath, what you're doing is relaxing. And what you're doing is relaxing the body, relaxing the muscles. And when you're using things like Himalayan salts, magnesium salts, you are reducing and releasing the muscles so that they begin to relax. If you're a sportsman or a sportswoman, it's often found that people go and have cryotherapy, which helps rejuvenate the body to restore so it can come back quicker. But depending on your situation, cold showers and cryotherapy is a wonderful healer to restore and rejuvenate the body once it's been put under stress. That has been scientifically proven. I found that whenever I've had any aches and pains or emotional things going on, a hot shower or a hot bath full of magnesium salts, or just getting in the ocean or having a swim can make such a profound difference, because water has a wonderful ability to heal us and soothe us. Once all the receptors on our body are covered in water, it's a natural healer. So once we have this sense of healing, like being in the ocean, even if you get in the ocean for like 10 seconds and dip yourself in, that's enough to reset your body and rewire your body to natural well-being, which will the next day be an investment for higher levels of energy. There's a direct correlation in nature and us. The biorhythms of the planet are natural healers for us, for our mind, body, and soul. So every time you spend a little time walking on nature, hiking, walking, maybe by the ocean, wherever, walking around the park, just those moments has a direct relation on reducing cortisol and increasing energy, because nature is a wonderful healer. It's simple, it's effective. So if you want to increase your energy, spend a little bit more time in nature. So the next thing to help you increase your energy is a lot more sleep. Sleeping 7 to 8 hours is profound, but did you know that 1.5 hours of deep sleep can make a profound impact on your rejuvenation of your mind and body? Because when your body begins to rest and your mind begins to rest, then when you enter those deep levels of sleep, like such as delta, those deeper brainwave levels, that's where you start to really tune into the restorative nature of your body and your mind, and that's when you start to increase much more energy. People who are fatigued or anxious or have got so much stress and overwhelmment in their world are not able to sleep deeply because their mind is so overactive. When you spend a little bit more time in sleep and essentially get a little bit more impact on those deeper levels of mind as you're sleeping, hitting those delta levels, you will tap into much more energy, those reservoirs of the soul, those reservoirs of energy, those reservoirs of well-being. That all resides at the delta level of the brainwave once you get into that deep sleep. So if you're not sleeping particularly well, it means your mind is way too active. And I'm going to share with you ways in which you can reduce that active mind so you get better sleep. And then that sets you up as an investment for higher energy and more increased levels of energy for the next day. Everything that you do today is an investment for tomorrow. So everything that I've been doing in terms of health, well-being, and mindfulness and meditation over the last 17 years plus has been a real investment for the next day and the next day and the next day. And now they're just habits for me. And that's why I love to share them with you so that you can begin to benefit immediately from some of these practical tools and ideas straight away, so you can increase your level of energy and improve the quality of your life. Because the quality of your life is a day-to-day thing, and you want that to be at a high level. Do not settle for anything less than high levels of energy, because you are geared up for high levels of energy, and I want to help you set yourself up for high levels of energy, because with that energy you can cultivate it and use it for wonderful things to better your life and the people you care about. Next, hydration. Lots of water. You're 70% water, the earth's 70% water. Drink lots of water. Dead simple. Now, if you find yourself getting stressed out, you're going to find yourself, your mouth becoming much more drier. So that means that there's less water inside of your body, and that means there's a higher chance of you having a lot more stress. So drink heaps more water. And if you're a bit bored of water, start infusing it with lemon, ginger, cucumber, strawberries. Get creative. I love to use all of those things I've just mentioned. Plus, as I mentioned in one of my other previous episodes, check it out. Detox, how to detox your life, is Mega Hydrate. Mega Hydrate, not affiliated to it. Mega Hydrate is a supplement I've come across which is absolutely phenomenal. So what this does is essentially it hydrates every cell of your body. Some of the water these days is not coming from wells, it's not coming from rivers and streams, so that there's a lot of pollutants in the air. So that doesn't necessarily mean that all the water is going to satiate you and hydrate you nowadays. But Mega Hydrate is a phenomenal supplement created by Dr. Patrick Flanagan, and he found that negative hydrogen ions in the water and molecular hydrogen is the secret to having long-lasting life. I've tried this before I played football, before I played tennis, and my golly, my energy levels are through the roof. And that is because that hydrogen, molecular hydrogen, which I just put into my water, is absolutely hydrating the whole of my body, which is greater for my skin, greater for my energy, greater for my vitality, greater for my hair, skin, and nails. It's amazing. And you can tell by the level of energy that you have by looking at the whites of your eyes. So that the clearer your eyes are, the more energy that you have. So be thinking about levels of hydration. This is a wonder supplement. I've got no affiliation, but I really dig it. But do not believe me. Do your own research. I'll put something on here so you can see the picture and just check it out and do your own research. But I've done my research and I've been having it every day for almost 2 years. And this stuff is phenomenal. Okay, next thing, movement. The key to chi is that chi is the key. My friend and I made this up on a skiing holiday back in 2002, and we were like laughing so much about it. Matt, if you're listening, big up yourself. This is hilarious. And what we found is that chi is the life force energy that you find and is often talked about in the Orient. In order to create energy, you need to create movement. And the key to chi, or the key to movement, is that movement is the key. So if you want more energy, you've got to create movement. And so, as Newton said, a body in motion will tend to stay in motion. So that means you need to be in motion, moving forwards with your body regularly. And if at a minimum that's walking, then that's good enough. But if you can start to incorporate activities such as your HIIT workouts, running, whatever types of workouts you love to do, movement is the key to creating more energy. That's why people go to the gym, because they get this rush. But also, people also do Qigong and Tai Chi and all these lovely types of energy workouts, because you're cultivating your own energy. And as you're moving the body in smooth, fluid forms, you're creating this strong energy vortex around inside your body. It's very much like electricity. Your body is like electricity. In order to increase the levels of energy and electricity in your body, you need to keep your internal world, which is your physical form, extremely well, and your mental and emotional electricity and energy around the body that you cannot see, keep that healthy too. And you do that by keeping a calm mind, and you do that by nice, fluid, gentle movements such as yoga, Tai Chi, Qigong, walking and hiking outside. Amazing stuff. Next, I want to talk about whole foods. Whole foods, we've talked about this so many times. Good, beautiful, healthy, clean, natural foods full of phytonutrients from the sun, from the earth, grown in organic, beautiful places, hopefully near your home. That quality nutrients that comes, and all the enzymes that come from the food. What you eat is what you put in, and how you digest and how you absorb that food is the quality of energy that will come. So if you're eating processed foods, that's a no-no for increasing your energy. That's a decreasing of energy. So the foods that you put inside of your body, in addition to things like seeds, nuts, berries, things like that, will have such a profound impact. Now, also the time that you eat foods is a huge impact on increasing your energy. If you're eating past 7 p.m, that doesn't give yourself body time to digest all that food before you go to sleep, which means that there's a high likelihood that you're going to have your sleep interrupted, and that's going to have a knock-on effect for increased energy for the next day. So you might be looking to rush in and drink more coffee or Red Bulls or things like that, and stimulants, because then your body's trying to catch up. So it's always trying to use stimulants to help it catch up. So if you find yourself falling into this category, then you need to address what you're eating and how late you're eating. And also, from another perspective, is if you're watching news and TV late at night after your dinner, then your mind is becoming really active, and that's going to go into your sleep. And if that interrupts your 7 to 8 happy hours of kip and stop you from getting 1.5 hours of deep sleep, of deep restorative sleep, hitting that delta brainwave patterns, then again, that's going to have a knock-on effect of your energy in the next few days. So everything you do today is an investment for tomorrow. Everything that you do to help yourself today in terms of body and mind today will be an investment for tomorrow. And as you start to build up these habits to increase your energy, when you're without energy, you'll really know it. And so for me to have high energy levels is absolutely natural to me, and it's normal. And I want that for you, because you deserve the best, but you need to know exactly what the processes are so that you can do them over and over again. Sunlight on the top of your head, boom, right here on your third eye. This particular area, when sunlight's absorbed on here and on your skin, what you're going to find is that vitamin D is absorbed and it holds into the body. That light is energy. That light is absorbed, because what you absorb is the energy that you have to use in the world. So getting a little sunlight on your skin is absolutely amazing. They did this scientific study in National Geographic years ago, and I remember looking at the cover, and it was about these kids in Siberia who weren't getting enough sunlight, and that meant that their organs like livers and kidneys weren't developing properly because the sunlight wasn't getting through to them in that particular area of Siberia. It was too dark most of the year, and I found that really fascinating. And so that they were having these artificial lights help them get more light inside their body. And when there's too much darkness, what that does is decrease our levels of energy. So if you're living in the UK and you're finding it's too dark at night, having a little winter sun trip, if you can, is absolutely amazing. It's not always easy, particularly during COVID times, but if you are able to get any sunlight, go and get at least a minimum of 20 minutes a day. Go and step outside if it's a sunny day and sit down on your balcony or wherever you are and get that sunlight hitting the top of your head. That is enough to change your mood, to change your happiness levels, and to increase your energy. Boom. Right, I'm going to go a bit off the cuff here. Singing. Singing is a quick way to fire up your energy. So if you can ever find yourself singing in the shower, it's going to make you feel a little bit more chirpy. Having a little sing-song is a quick way to increase your energy, because these little habits of like uplifting stuff have a quick way to be able to increase your energy. So think about singing a little bit more. Singing has a profound impact on your mood and can really change your day around. So get singing, start singing a few more jolly songs and get chirpy, because happiness creates more energy. Feeling happy and being happy creates a lot more energy. Going back to the food, carbs late at night is an absolute no-no, because if you're having carbs late at night, that's going to turn into glycogen. Glycogen's going to interrupt your sleep because the sugar keeps you awake, keeps your brain more active. Carbs is not dissimilar to having brain food. So if your mind is overactive as you're falling to sleep, that means you're going to go to sleep later and maybe find yourself less dropping into deep sleep. And of course, the better sleep you have, the more energy you have. And what is sleep anyway? It's the opportunity to reduce resistance, which is what we talked about at the beginning, and rejuvenate your mind and body. Happy days. Get sleeping well, you're going to feel a lot more energy the next day. Next, your gut. Your gut is everything. Get a happy, healthy gut, and you're going to find that that digestion is not working overtime. When you're eating, think about making sure that you eat enough, but not too much. Whenever you're stuffed and too full, you've overdone it, which means that that's a high likelihood that the next day or towards the latter part of that day, you're going to feel like a heaviness, and that heaviness is going to be an interrupted sleep pattern. So I eat to think about, I like to eat to make sure that I'm 70% full and leave 30% in the tank, which means 30% left of an empty tummy. So that means that my digestive system can work that food down a lot easier. So I'm eat enough, but not too much. That means that when I sleep at night, my digestion has already worked, and then you have much more regular bowel movements, which means that your sleeping is going to be way, way better, which means your energy is going to increase. So I like to try and eat proteins with veggies and carbs with veggies, and not mix proteins with veggies. So, but you've got to find out what works for you. I'm going to say that again. I'd like to eat carbs with veggies and proteins with veggies, but never have carbs and proteins simultaneously. Now, I don't always do that, but I try to aim for that. So notice that, try it out and see how that works for you. So I often have my protein and veggie meals in the evening and my carb and veggie meals at lunchtime. So it's just an idea, because your carbs will give you energy throughout the day until 4 p.m. or so. And then at your dinner time at between 6 and 7 p.m, that's when you can have your protein and veggies. And what that means is that the protein late at night means that that's going to feed the body. That's easier to break down, not so much brain food, not so much glycogen. So that means you're going to have a much better sleep that evening. But if you're having carbs late at night, that means, as I mentioned earlier, that's a strong chance of you interrupting your sleep pattern. Next, dancing, laughing, watching comedy, watching TVs, quick fire for you to feel better. And that mood enhancer is a quick way to increase your energy. Remember, a body in motion tends to stay in motion. So if you're dancing and you're feeling good and you're looking for things to feel good about, that's going to increase your energy. But if you're watching drab news and sad news and paying attention to things that are very deflating, that's where your energy goes, because where your attention goes, your energy flows. And if your attention is going on things that are slow, heavy, too serious, well, that's where your energy is going to go. What we want to do is try and change our energy around so it's light, fun, and uplifting. Sometimes easier said than done, but you need to move in that direction. Moving in the direction of optimism, looking for things working out, giving people the benefit of the doubt, giving yourself the benefit of the doubt, helping other people throughout the day gives you energy. Sharing a kind word gives you energy. Giving to other people and uplifting and helping other people, whether it's just giving someone a new direction on something, or just find ways to help other people, is uplifting, is energizing, on top of all the body nutritional stuff. Because when your mind is happy, your body is going to be happy. And when your mind's not happy, your body's not going to be happy, and there's a really strong chance you're going to find yourself having aches and pains and troubles. So a mind at ease creates a body at ease. And all these things and these mind hacks to be able to help keep your mind light is a wonderful way to increase your energy. So what about headaches? I had a headache the other day, very brief. I was overwhelmed that day. But this is what happened to me. I was driving in the car. I felt a headache. I had like 12 things to do, really fierce, really overwhelming. My dad has obviously passed away, and I was thinking, I've got to organize this, and this. So much to do. And I don't reach for an aspirin. I haven't had any aspirin or pharmaceuticals for a very, very long time. In fact, ever since I started meditating. And the reason being is because my body knows how to produce those wonderful feel-good chemicals to put me back into balance again. And I understood one thing that happened when I got a headache the other day. And I was like, wow, this is great for the podcast. So I can share with people something. So if you find yourself getting migraines or headaches, this is a hack for you. Drink some water, lie on your bed, and then try and take a little action you can do that's a small win, and do the one that you want to do first. Don't try and do the hardest one. Just do the one that you want to do first. Get it done. That's a little win. And then if you're starting to feel a little momentum, go for the next thing. But just get little wins in, because the little wins creates energy and momentum, because a body in motion will tend to stay in motion. And once you get your little habits in place where you can do, I'm going to do a little win, get a bite-sized win here, give myself water and half an hour rest. Sometimes that will help reset. And you know what? Boom, half an hour later, 40 minutes later, my headache had completely gone. I was thinking, crikey, I didn't need to have a tablet or aspirin or paracetamol to help my brain try and interrupt this pattern. I knew how to do it myself. And basically a headache is simply this, that whatever you're thinking and focusing on is causing you resistance. I'm going to say that again. A headache is whatever you're thinking about and feeling is causing you resistance. And when you can create more flow, you're going to increase your energy levels. So next, get your environment super clean. I talk about it a lot. Is your environment setting you up for success? Check out that video. Keeping your environment clean and tidy allows you to create more energy, because when there's lots of clutter, it means that you've got a scattered mind. A clear mind has clear direction, which means there's a lot of energy coming at you. And when you have a scattered mind and you have scattered energy, it means there's no focus, which means your energy is all over the place. So you've got to be thinking about trying to be as clear as you possibly can and start getting your mind and your environment super organized and super tidy. Next thing, stretching. Stretching's super important, because when your muscles are really tight, it means there's a lot of resistance in your muscles. And that resistance in your muscles can be freed and allowed to flow outward and easily when you stretch. So yoga is a really great way. I do a little yoga stretch, and I do 5 Tibetan exercises, 5 Tibetan rites, pretty much most days. But I always do a stretch every day. And the reason being is because when my body is free, when my body is not tight, when my body is relaxed and my shoulders are relaxed and my arms are relaxed, everything feels amazing. And I know that I've got a lot more energy available to me. So a little stretch every day, even if it takes a minute, is good enough. But remember, every exercise or stretch you do today is an investment for tomorrow to increase your levels of energy. Meditation. Huge. That frees up the mind from resistance. Remember, meditation is a practice that helps you reduce resistance and helps you to focus. So meditation helps you feel better, feel lighter, and feel freer mentally. Now, it's a bit tricky to get going, but that's why I always start small. So if you haven't already listened to my 12-minute guided meditation, check it out. But if not, try this little simple exercise. 4 breaths in, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to do it with you. Do that for 4 rounds, and that's enough to stabilize your internal environment, increase the levels of oxygen coming into your body and mind and your brain, and allow you to settle down and leave heavy beta wave levels, which are very reactive and very stress-inducing, and help you return to a deeper level of mind into alpha brainwave states, which is where the flow resides. Because when you feel good and you've got lots of energy, you're often in this alpha brainwave pattern. Now, when you enter a deep state of meditation, you could reach theta, which is 1 wave lower than alpha. And that is the opportunity to really tap into health and well-being. Now, once you get to delta, which is where you are in deep sleep, that's where you hit the really deeper levels of mind, and you hit the restorative patterns of the body and mind together. Next thing for your mind, little hack. ask yourself better questions. If you're feeling resistance, if you're feeling tight, if you're feeling fatigued, if you've got no energy, ask yourself better questions. Most people go around asking bad questions. Start asking good questions. What if this is going to work out? What if this is going to work out? Why am I lucky? Why am I blessed? When you start to think like this, it means that your self-talk begins to change. Most people, without them knowing, have really terrible self-talk, and that self-talk is detrimental to your health and well-being and your energy levels. So the better self-talk you have, which is everything's going to work out, things will come together, we'll figure it out as we go along, life is good, I'm blessed, I'm lucky, what if things are going to go my way today? I wonder what things are going to go to my way today. I wonder what amazing things could come into my life today. These simple little questions and positive reframes have such a profound impact on your energy levels. You're going to look good and you're going to feel good and your body's going to thrive because you are driving in a clear, happy, good feeling direction. If you want to look good and you want to feel good, you've got to take care of your mind. And yet that starts with asking good questions and really having a really healthy, happy self-talk. We revere people that are amazing because they're able to have good, healthy self-talk. And if you don't have good, healthy self-talk, your body is going to follow that, which will often lead to aches, pains, and disease. Increase your energy by increasing your thoughts in better feeling directions. My next thing is intentions. Write your intentions down. Get super clear. Ask the universe to orchestrate wonderful things for you. If you've got too much to do, you've got a universal manager in the sky. You've got universal help. Your universal mind is an extension of your mind here. When you ask for what you want, it has to come back because your mind is impartial. So if you're not into spirituality, then I'm going to put it in a scientific perspective. But if you are into spirituality, then this is going to resonate with you. But either way, it doesn't really matter because they are the same thing. Your mind will create a filter. So if you ask clearly for what you want, like a goal, this is what I want to have happen, put it to the test, and then write it down and allow that to come back to you. If you're into spirituality, you can say, universe, please orchestrate this to have happen to me today. Universe, I've got to get all these things done. Help me orchestrate these in the most wonderful ways. I've had to go through getting through security alarms, all sorts of paperwork, certificates, death certificates, all sorts of things. And I've asked for help. Universe, help me orchestrate this. I wanted to speak to an alarm person turned up to my door the other day and I was looking for quotes for new alarms for the insurance. You know, I didn't even do that. So I've organised an appointment for today for them to come round. I mean, when you get clear about what it is you want, the universe will bring it round. Now, if you're going to come from a scientific perspective, it's like you're going to tell your brain what you want to focus on, and because you've told it what it's going to focus on, the filter of your mind will go around to find out what it is that you want. It doesn't care, it's impartial. This is your mind, and then you have the universal mind. Tell it what you want and it will come. But most people don't tell it what you want. You think that you have to do all the work, but you don't. You've got a greater thing happening here for you. It's called your mind and the universal mind, or the universal manager. Whatever you call it doesn't really matter. It's there to help you. So you might as well access it. And if you don't believe me, just try it. Just ask this: universe, bring to me and orchestrate an unexpected gift to me today. Just write that down. Universe, bring to me and orchestrate a wonderful unexpected gift to me today. And then when something shows up, you'll know that it's an unexpected gift. And then you can apply this in more directions. But this increases your energy because it means that you don't have to shoulder the responsibility for all the energy yourself. It means that you're getting universal help to help you on your path. An affirmation that I think is always good is, why do I have lots of energy and why am I so energized? Because when you ask yourself these questions, what it means is you're going to allow the filter of your mind to work it out. I love these affirmations. When I do a lot of running and I find myself like really fatiguing at the end, I always ask myself, why do I have lots of energy? Why do I have lots of energy? And you know what? I always find that energy at the end. When I've run marathons and I got to the 18-mile mark, I was like, wow, I'm properly spent. I've got nothing in my locker left. I always go to that deeper level of my mind to be able to tap into the mental energy to help me carry myself over the finish line for the next 6 miles. Why do I have lots of energy? Why do I have enough energy? Why can I do this? Boom. That's empowering enough. Most people go, I can't do it, I can't do it. Well, you can't. If you say you can't, you can't. If you say you can, you can. But when you ask it in a question, which is, why do I have enough energy? Why do I have enough energy? Why do I have plenty of energy? You're going to find yourself having plenty of energy. So check it out, try it. Don't believe me, but try it. Your thoughts are everything. Your thoughts create your emotions, which store in your body. So when you have good feeling thoughts, they store in your body. And when you have heavy feeling thoughts, they turn into emotions which store into your body. So keep your thoughts happy, fun, free, and light. And you will notice you will have much more energy. How do you do that? By looking for the light side of things, looking for the bright side of things, looking for optimism, looking through eyes of positivity. Now, if you're feeling really heavy, that's something that you have to practice at. It's not going to come naturally because you're in that heavy vibe. But you need to look at things positively. You've got to look at things working out. You've got to ask for things to work out for you. You've got to look for evidence of things, what is working. And you'll notice that that resistance will subside and flow and natural well-being will take its place. That's how you increase your energy with your thinking. And it's also linked with your self-talk. Now, I'm going to give you a little exercise, a little game to play. Try not to complain for a day. Try to appreciate instead. Look for things to appreciate. Oh, I like that. I like that. I like that. And if you find yourself complaining, you've got to back off. Be very conscious, because complaining is the quick fire way to put on some heavy energy and for you to feel fatigue very, very quickly. If you want to feel more energy, if you want to increase your levels of energy, you've got to look for reasons to appreciate. And if you want to feel heavy, you're going to find yourself reasons to complain. Those people who are having a hard time are finding more things to complain about than things to appreciate. The key to life is appreciation. When you appreciate, you're going to find you're going to have a lot more energy than you ever thought you had access to. Also, at the end of each day, I want you to be writing in a little notebook all your little wins of the day. What successes did I have today? Find all the little successes that you had today, and you're going to feel energized about coming back to that book tomorrow, your little notebook, because all the little wins that you have every day is an opportunity for you to energize yourself, to feel proud, because when you feel proud, you have more energy. You're using your mental energy to be able to create more energy in your body, because when you use your body and mind to help you focus in ways that feel uplifting, light-hearted, optimistic, you can have way more energy available to you than you did previously. I also want you to think about do something every single day that lights you up. Do something every single day that feels like fun and play. Because if your life is too serious and you're feeling too heavy and you're feeling like you're always reaching for a can of Red Bull or a heavy coffee or heavy stimulants, drink, drugs, whatever it may be, it means that you're constantly fighting resistance with resistance. Don't do that to yourself. Give yourself the benefit of the doubt. If you like to sing, sew, paint, play music, dance, build, whatever it is, find something that you love to do every single day and do it. That will energize you. When you give to yourself in things that are fun and playful for you, you can have way more energy available. When you're an adult, don't give up on playing. You need to keep playing, because as you play, you will have a lot more energy available to you. But if you don't do things that are fun and playful and lighthearted, you're going to feel heavy and life's going to spiral downwards. So stop doing that and start doing things that you love. And if at a minimum it's 20 minutes a day, that's good enough. Last but not least, give yourself enough time to just chill out. Give yourself enough time to have some me time. Give yourself enough time to go, I'm going to go for a little walk by myself, or I'm going to do a little meditation by myself, or I'm going to go and play the drums for a bit. Whatever it is, give yourself time. Give yourself time to chill every day. If you've got 2 kids or 4 kids or 10 kids, can you just take yourself away for half an hour and give yourself a little me time and allow your spouse or whoever to look after the kids? Giving yourself a little me time is huge, because that is an investment in yourself, which creates way more energy. And if you are responsible for lots of people in your family or in your life or in the office or in your work, you need to be operating at a high level of energy to be able to shine the light, so to speak. And in order to do that, you need to give yourself that time to just chill out. Give yourself time to chill out. Stop beating yourself up. Stop trying to shoulder all the responsibility. Allow the universe to sort stuff out for you by asking it for help to do this, that, and the other. And just be amazed about what comes. I learned this from Abraham Hicks. Write a to-do list on one side. I'm going to do this. And then write the list for the universe to sort stuff out on the other. Universe to handle what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this, this, and this. And then the universe, I want you to sort out these certificates. I want you to show me who to talk to. I want you to bring to me like people I need to speak to. I want you to give me a clear idea for this, this, and this. Get it to help you. It will. But don't believe me until you try it, and then you'll be inspired and you're going to have a lot more energy available to you. In final, if you're mentally well nourished, so will your body be. So mentally nourish your mind with good feeling thoughts and good feeling actions and good feeling clear, light-hearted ideas, and your body will follow suit. And take care of your body as best you possibly can. Drink lots of water, get outside in the fresh air, breathe more deeply. Try that 4 rounds in and 4 rounds out. And you'll notice that your body will start to follow suit, because everything you do is an investment for tomorrow. So give yourself the chance to increase your energy by taking care of your mental state, so your body can follow suit in its good feelings, emotions, and feed your body as best you possibly can. Stretch, take care of it, and watch what wonders lay before you when you give yourself the opportunity to increase your energy. And if you've liked the show, please give it a like, please subscribe. And if you love the show, please leave a review on Apple or whatever platform you're listening to this on. It's so appreciated and makes a huge difference, because this show's intent is to help uplift people, giving them some practical spiritual tools to help you improve the quality of your life so you can go out there and rock it. Thanks for tuning in. And as always, I wish you green lights all the way.